This presentation highlights content from Meg's History of Graphic Design, Chapter 23, National Visions Within a Global Dialogue. This chapter describes distinct national styles in graphic design that have emerged since the 1960s, examining design from the United Kingdom, Asia, the Netherlands, the Iberian Peninsula, the Americas, and the Middle East. Each of these countries and regions have developed a unique stance because of the strong approaches of particular designers and studios. Due to the developments in graphic arts technology and the expansion of graphic design education, their influence spread to other parts of the world, resulting in an international culture that embraced the fine arts, performing arts, and design. During the 1980s and 90s, advanced electronic and computer technology created a cultural climate that impacted the processes and appearance of graphic design. The design partnership of Fletcher, Forbes, and Gill was formed in 1962 by designers Alan Fletcher, Colin Forbes, and Bob Gill. Their work spanned the range of design practices, including graphic design, historical conservation, exhibition, and industrial design. In 1965, they were asked to design a cover for Graphis magazine, containing an article about their work. The designers wrapped up and mailed a copy of Graphis from London to Zurich with a request that it be returned unopened. A color photograph was then taken that documented its journey through the postal system, and that became the cover design for this issue of the magazine. Theo Crosby later joined the group, and when a fifth partner was added, they changed the name to Pentagram. They kept adding partners and opening offices around the world, and by 1998, there were 17 partners and 148 employees. They had offices in London, Texas, Hong Kong, New York, and San Francisco. The design firm of Pentagram continues to thrive and add partners today. Intelligence and appropriate design solutions directed by the problem was key to Pentagram design approach. Colin Forbes, tasked with designing a symbol for the Zinc Development Association Die Casting Conference in 1966. His solution is directed by the content and the timing. The opportunity to render the year in male and female components of a die casting mold occurs only once each decade, 1966. Pentagram partners combined a sense of the contemporary with a strong understanding of history. Alan Fletcher designed the Victoria and Albert Museum logo in 1989. He discussed his logo design in Beware of Wet Paint, and he said, "The already classic symbol for the Victoria and Albert Museum is in a typeface originally designed by Giambattista Bedoni. The problem centered on endowing the three characters with a single personality. The solution was to divide and remove half of one letter and add and insert an ampersand to reinstate the missing crossbar." Pentagram was developed as an interdisciplinary design practice from the beginning. They continued to diversify and added partners to specialize in other design genres, including architecture, product and packaging design, industrial and vehicle design, and book design. Angus Hyland, who was a book designer, was added to the partnership. His spread for Graphics magazine from 2009 is seen here. It visually interprets a series of essays on typographic forms. The postal systems in both the Netherlands and England often call on designers to develop their stamp series. Pentagram designer David Hillman developed the Millennium Stamp Series for the Royal Mail in the United Kingdom in 1999. These are the stamps from that series. Pentagram member Vince Frost solves design problems through his collaborations with illustrators, photographers, and writers. This is realized through the design and editing of the alternative literary magazine Zembla. Representing a new genre of magazine designs, Zembla is a publication that is a unique and edgy synergy of writing, photography, illustration, and expressive typography. Soban Keeney, designer at Pentagram, is known for her non-mainstream approach and careful, structured, yet seemingly spontaneous work, as exemplified in this Royal Mail Year Pack for the Royal Mail London in 2002. Pentagram has been highly successful in their approach to design and their ability to add the best of the best designers from a variety of genres to their roster of partners throughout the world. Pentagram partners create intelligent and appropriate design solutions directed by the problem, inventive and imaginative solutions. They are willing to try the unexpected and have a sense of the contemporary with a strong understanding of history. In London, emerging design studios offer different approaches to visual problem solving and find inspiration in eclectic fine art, ephemeral, pop culture, and traditional graphic design. Among the London-based designers and design firms covered in this chapter are Vaughan Oliver, noted for his series of record covers and promotional print collateral for a variety of clients. This is Vaughan Oliver's Central St. Martin's Fashion Show invitation from 2004. Michael Johnson, whose work is recognized as witty, clever, and incorporates wordplay and visual puns. His poster for Design Decisions from 1996 is one of a series of posters created for the Britain Design Council. The posters were intended to be displayed in schools to spur children's interest in the design process by using beautifully wrong images. Why Not Associates was an experimental, multidisciplinary London-based firm whose work includes postage stamps, corporate identity, environmental design, television titles, and motion graphics. Why Not Associates was established in 1987 by Andrew Altman, David Ellis, and Howard Greenhall. The name of the creative firm on this book cover is implied by a question mark drawn with light. The book was published in 1998 and it shows a decade of Why Not Associates design projects. The retro designers opened the door on Burke jacket cover designs, and other designers across the globe have added to the vocabulary with their experimental approaches to book cover design. Designer Chip Kidd, working for the Alfred A. Knopf book publisher, extended it with his approach that separates the type and image in a way that engages the reader to make the connection. His book cover for Naked from 1997, 2 covers in one. This design reveals an X-ray after the dust jacket is removed. Chip Kidd engages the reader with elusive visual puns on his book jackets, such as his 1998 solution for Turning of the Century, on which he used a mirror image to depict the subject of this novel about the media-driven world of New York and Los Angeles. Note his approach with the title of turning the word century upside down is repeated on the spine in the first to last name of the author. Being able to incorporate both contrast and repetition are the pathos of good design. Paprika, a design firm founded by Joanne Lefebvre and Louis Gagnon in 1991 in Montreal, Canada, they achieve a sense of unity in the jacket design for Les Alasif, a Montreal-based publisher that distributes international fiction and non-fiction books in French-speaking countries. It was illustrated by Aileen Pilon, and the jackets are intellectually challenging and stand apart from those of larger and more commercially aggressive concerns.